Yes, and so I wanted to be on fame when I was really young, like in the fourth grade and stuff like that. And that's what I wanted to do. But
Nice.
yes, so
I want to
I
learn how
think
to fly.
I did.
That literally made me think of like this. So it made me think of when I'm dreaming. Oftentimes when I am dreaming, I'm thinking I can like. Have you played Super Mario Brothers on the
Yeah,
Nintendo?
I
The princess, I don't know her name, but it was like some function you can press and she'll like float. She like floats for a second, and
yes.
I would have dreams where I do that. Where I like while I'm running, I can just like float
Levitate.
and live. Yeah, absolutely. I love those dreams.
Wow.
It's
My
the
dreams
greatest
is where I
thing.
don't get to when I'm trying to fight off something, I don't get to punch them hard enough. So,
Wait a minute, do you get to punch them but not hard enough?
yes, like I'm punching them and they're not dying or feeling my punches. I don't like those dreams.
That is so
I'm gonna
funny
try to
to me.
levitate in my dream. I'm just gonna try to go up and look
You
down.
know, I love sometimes I have lucid dreams and I can like control like what's going on around me. So if
Right.
you ever have lucid dreams, just try and levitate. Just tell yourself like I'm just gonna float on this part.
I will do that. I'm floating in my next dream.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
floating in my next
You
dream.
floating, and then we can float through life. Oh my
Yes.
God, this has me thinking about dreams too. And what's perfect is that for this episode, I kind of wanted to talk about dreams, big dreams. You know, they
Yes.
say in Texas everything is bigger.
It is.
Is it?
It is.
I'll take your word for it.
That's what's up.
You know, but if that's true, then why are California king beds bigger than the standard king?
Well, California is for dreamers.
And California dreams are bigger than normal dreams.
I just think the bed is bigger.
Not the dreams.
Not the dreams, just the bed.
Oh my
But yeah,
Yes, but I was just definitely thinking like, okay, in this episode, maybe we could talk about California dreamers. I
right.
guess we can do it. So yeah, but we should invite the people in. Hi everyone, and welcome to the A.
welcome to the A.
I am J.R. Knight.
And I am Noonday.
Yes, and today we want to talk about California dreaming.
Yes. I love it.
I was just wondering. So yeah, tell me. I'm wondering because I know I have my story. What are some dreams or a dream that we've had, maybe even before diagnosis?
Before diagnosis.
Before diagnosis, that you know what? Because I think I want to share one a dream that I've had before diagnosis. But I want to hear from you. A dream maybe you've had before diagnosis that you just kind of let go of
Because of the diagnosis?
because of the diagnosis, maybe. Ooh. Um,
That's a good thought.
I have one.
Let me hear yours first, and I'll be thinking about mine.
I have one. It's kids. I've always wanted children. I always wanted children. When I was initially diagnosed, the first thing that went through my as a gay male, okay, was I'm not gonna be able to have children. And of course, I'm gonna die quickly. You know, I was like both of those things. And neither which is true.
Right.
Neither which is true. But I just knew that I was not gonna be able to have kids. And then later I learned that, you know, you can still have children.
Right.
Of course, healthy, bumbling babies,
Yes.
reaching undetectable status. And
Exactly.
you and your partner, even if you have a partner who is living with HIV as well, can have healthy, bumbling buckets of joy. What do you call babies?
Bundle of joy.
Bundles. Did I call them a bucket?
A bumblebee of joy or something, right?
Okay, a
Right.
bundle of joy.
A bundle of joy.
But yes, I know that I definitely could have that,
So
but
did
I don't have children.
So did you like make up for that in some kind of way with gay kids or
Oh
was
my.
it the same?
That's another episode because I don't. Oh, I will be massacred if I say what I'm thinking. No, I don't believe that I think the only other way to make up for that, it maybe would be like adoption
Wow. Okay.
or fostering.
You wanted children.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think that was correct. That's and then at that time, our thinking was, that's it, I'm dead.
Yeah.
That's it, I'm dead. We didn't think we didn't have the medicine. We didn't even see people living long.
You didn't.
No,
and of course I wouldn't. I'm not going to bring a child into this. I wouldn't even adopt one at this point because I'm not going to be here long.
Damn it, I want to say that I didn't. Okay, this is my thing. Okay, so I just wanted to have, and mine could still be, because I wanted to be, at that point, because I was going to Job Corps, and at that point I was going to marry a man, was my vision. Even then, I wanted to marry a man, wreck my family, make sure they lived in the despair because I was married. And I wanted to, be this upstanding person, because I've always been in community. I always wanted to be I don't know if I wanted to be a mayor. I think I wanted to be a city council, as I can remember.
Really?
I wanted to be in the public's eye like that.
Oh my.
So I did. I wanted to be some kind of public speaker. I wanted to lead the people.
Okay.
I wanted to lead the people.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yes, somebody has to do it.
I mean, you got to get your lie game got to be strong though.
Yeah, I did not know that at the time.
But you've worked on that since the right. Oh.
My lie game? No, your lie game got to be strong.
It has to be strong.
Better than the lawyers, baby.
Do you hear me?
Better than the lawyers. That's why most lawyers go into politics, because that lie game be strong.
Yeah.
But yes, I wanted to do that, and I think I did want to have kids.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing kids in my future. But my kids looked like me in my dreams, when I was dreaming about that. But it's like when you get your diagnosis, back in them days, you were like, girl, I'm going to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's double over.
Not double over.
It's double over, you can't, so then, which, just an additive, so how did you start living? I just want to know that real fast.
You
didn't get promiscuous?
No.
You just shut in and just...
Yeah, I was, I think for me, I needed to just know more. I needed to know more because, I ended up meeting people who were doing HIV education in the community through a nonprofit, and it made me interested. It made me interested.
You really went to saving lives.
Yeah, it made me want to know more, and I was like, I'm gonna be in fear of this if I closet, pun intended, myself from it, and don't just face it. So I was just I just need to know everything that I can know about it, and that's when I began to live. Is when I just kind of stripped away.
So you started living through advocacy.
Yeah, I would say that was the second step. The second step, or even the third step, would have been advocacy, and that definitely would have been advocating for others and not myself. That's something that I'm still working on. But that first part was just diving into all the informational resources that I could find. That's what it was for me. I needed to learn.
No, I did that after a while.
I need to learn about it. And we get on people about don't go to Google for it. Well, it wasn't no Google. It was no Google then, but it was Yahoo. Okay.
So you just went to the internet?
I was going to Yahoo and I was asking Yahoo all the questions. Ask Jeeves. Do you remember Jeeves? You probably remember Jeeves.
I don't.
Jeeves, yeah. Before Google, it was Jeeves, honey. You had to ask Jeeves.
Wow.
Yeah, but this also has me thinking about dreams that I also had that I was determined to see come to reality. Because there were dreams that I
reformed your dreams, you think? Your diagnosis, did it reform your dream? Because you didn't have the same dream, right? And then when you say that it's like the moment you felt like you could probably live a few years through this.
Where years had passed before I even felt like that. But yeah, at some point after years, many years, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm dying really slow here. I should probably buy a house, buy a car, find a partner,
Right.
like my job. It was like, let me just start doing these things now because I'm like, this is the slowest death I've ever seen.
Right.
I guess it's what happens when you follow the doctor's recommendations.
Right. I had a threatening doctor. So my doctor was threatening me, and I would never forget her name was Dr. Bernal, and she worked infectious diseases, and she was from New York and came down here. And every time I come in there, living like I knew that I was going to die, she was always saying, do you want to die? Do you want to die? I'm like, girl, aren't I supposed to?
Okay.
Do you want to die? I was like, no, not really. And she was like, you have to take the medication.
Yeah.
And that's what started to change my life. Damn, I was like, this lady act like I can live.
Question flat out. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all my friends knew that she asked me like that because I like imitating people.
You do.
And that,
You do.
and so,
And you do it well, so I feel like this is exactly how she sounds.
yes, do you want to die? She asked me that all the time. And I was like, okay. After her fifth, sixth, seventh, like to the second year of her asking me that, I was like, no, not really.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, if you
And
got
so-
you got something to keep me here, girl, what's
And
it?
she was like, take the medication. And I was like, okay, girl. Then I had to try, my dreams were reformed. They were like,
I just love this question that you asked me. Like, did you change your dream? Do you feel like you had to like
Yes.
restructure it, think about it some other way? And maybe that is what I did. I think I did that in many ways, especially when it comes to, excuse me, me wanting a family, me wanting kids, because there was a point that I had custody of my sister's kids, 5 of her children for a few years, and then a couple of them for a few more.
did you say 5?
And yeah, I loved that experience, and I miss it greatly. But they're all grown now. But I do miss it. I just love the feeling of being responsible for young people, or young people who are just like ready to be molded and taught, just so impressionable. I just loved it.
I thought
It really changed my life.
I get that from you too.
Yeah. But I know, so a dream that I was determined to see happen, which probably would have been having kids in some way. Now that I even think about that, like reforming how I saw my dreams before diagnosis. But one after diagnosis that I was determined to see come to reality. And I would love for you to think about this because I wonder what that would be for you, if anything. Was being a homeowner. No one in my family owned a home. And so once I, of course, realized that I wasn't going to die, I was like, you know what? Like, I think I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to buy a house. And if I die, I'll will it to my family. Okay. Just making an estate or something, whatever the people do, the smart people do.
Right.
Okay. Who knows how to finagle the system. I've not gotten into that yet, which I do need to figure that piece out so I can know so I can do that with the home.
Right.
But that was a dream that I was determined to see.
I saw your home, and it's so homey.
It is so very homey. It really is. People even say that about the apartment that I'm in now. Like, oh, it looks so homey and lived in. But what about you?
I just wanted to be a leader, and I tell you, I love gay folks.
You can't help but love us, son.
I tell you, I'm a gay. I am a gay's gay.
You've said that.
I want to be, since I was little, I want to be around the gays, the queens, the sissies,
The girl.
the girls, the girls. I always wanted to be around the girls. Me and my sister used to look out my window and watch this gay dude perform. His name was Vince. He had a scarf on his head, and he was just out there. And it was my dream to know him and to be around him. And one day, my mama came home late from work and we was down there and I was swirling with Vince. It was just everything. He was like 19 and he was me and my sister's best friend. My sister loved the girls too.
That is so interesting.
My sister Fifi loved the girls.
That is so
Yes.
interesting.
But yeah, so I think as far as that is concerned, what dream is to be a leader in my community around the gays. Like I have a large gay family. As you see when people come into the clinic, they was like, "Oh hey, Uncle Nunu, there's a Nunu," you know. So like being a leader, like to lead the gays to the promised land, and whatever that is you know.
Okay.
And that is
That's
our
what we
sexual health, right. We are headed to the promised land,
Amen.
and so right.
Amen to that.
I probably try to be a gay pastor in a minute or something.
You better stop, because see, you've already said something that made me think about like we not gonna have all these intersections, honey. Okay, all this stuff in common. I can't take it.
Right.
Because I've had so many people come up to me and be like, "You should be like strangers on the street. You should be teaching God's word."
Right.
And I'm like,
That's
I'm gayer than a gay.
Right. That's the gayest of the gays.
I can't
Right.
do that. You know, but that's funny. But you would also,
You got a call in on your life, son. A call in on your life. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you just said it because my name is Merc. You know. Because I'm Emmanuel. But yes. How many times you got a call in on your
a
life?
lot. That's why I'm on the floor here. Oh my
I think it's
goodness.
because we're loving and we have a lot of good traits, you know. We good folk.
And very influential too.
Right, and trustworthy.
Yeah.
Because I
That's what
trust
it
you.
is. That's what, and on you.
When I first got the vibe, when I first met you, I was like, he gonna be all right.
And all right, I am.
All right, you are. I think you are.
Noted.
Right, I did.
Put a pin in it, right?
Right. Yes, but so I thought that I was just gonna be. I knew that I was still gonna be a leader in the community. I
Yeah.
knew that. You know.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. That.
what about a dream, like a California dream of yours that has come true? That where you were just maybe thinking like, this too big.
This is too big.
It's too big. Like, why I am even thinking like this? This is too big.
That has come true.
That it's come true.
I would say that, and don't laugh at this,
I will not.
not taking a lot of pills for HIV. I really always wanted to either not take a pill or pop one pill or have a pill to wear because that's so flexible with me, the medication to be flexible with me, because there was a time where I tell you, my doctor was always saying, you need to take this medication, you take this medication, go down. I'm like, damn, is this the only way they taking this shit?
Yeah.
So, and it was like life or death.
Uh-huh.
So I wanted to be able to live free from HIV as much as possible.
Uh-huh.
So having one pill a day or taking a shot, it was like damn, this is really, I'm here to see this. And
Yeah.
you know. And as far as in my
Now, that's a big one.
it was a big one and it came true, you know. It's like I really want, and it's an odd big one, but
But it's a real big one too.
Yes,
Because
it is.
back then, like now, like we can get a shot. It's, you know, the girls are like, girl, I can get a shot, girl. Like we had shots for 20 years or something.
Yes.
But you know, 20 years ago, like the big dream, the California dream was like, I wish they could make a shot for this.
right.
Okay. Like even if you can't make a cure, if you could make a shot, if I could just take one, if you could put all these pills
In one shot.
okay, in just one tablet for me, that was a dream.
With one tablet. Because I was
that's a
taking
good one,
12
though.
pills a day.
That really, oh
from
my,
HIV, the
seven was my
coronavirus,
most. 7 was my most today.
7 that were all from HIV.
And then because I'm not counting the 2 antibiotics. Yep.
I was on the coronavirus. But yes, so as far as that's concerned, the shot and the pill is like, it happened for me.
Wow.
And like,
Oh my. I like that's a good one. And I thought I had like I like my dream
what was your dream? What is your dream that has come true?
I mean, I feel like I've had a lot of dreams that have come true and I was
The big
skimming. Yeah, actually I am a big dreamer. So almost all things that I dream about are big. Even like little, even things that I think would be really, really small. But I was just trying to think of like what would be a good one that I wanted to express. But you just blown me away with that because
I thought that was minute. I thought it wasn't big enough.
Baby, that's big, baby.
I did dream about it
That's big, baby. Okay.
because I was so careless with medication. And my life is on the line. If I could just take a pill, I would be fine. I would just be
Like you said a hibachi bar for a minute. It was open up. Just flick across the flames.
because them 12 pills used to wear me out.
It was exhausting for sure. A California dream of mine that has come true. You know, for me, if I had to just pick like the biggest dream of all of them are big, but this one, like I just can't believe it. And that is the heavens and earth opening up and pouring out for me somebody who loves me unconditionally for who I am, flaws and all. I never thought I would be able to find somebody who just don't completely get me, but they want to. You know, love me down to the ground, accepts me, you know, honors me. Like, it's just...
It's your man Corey right now?
My man Corey right now, that's his whole name. His name is my man Corey right now.
Yes, God. I love to hear my man's stories. I love to hear this my man.
I love to see it, and I can't believe it.
That is everything.
And then I'm like, it's like I can't believe it and I can believe it at the same time because I believe that I deserve it.
Right.
You know, I believe that
That's
like,
good enough.
yeah. But did I believe I would see it? Actually, I believe I deserve it now.
Wow.
There was a time that I didn't. He makes me believe that I deserve.
Like his love is worthy.
Yeah.
I'm worthy of this, and I deserve it. Because you know those are two different things.
That two absolutely different things.
I was telling my sister,
Okay.
like, I deserve it. Girl. You may be worthy, but at this moment, do you deserve it?
You deserve
We
it.
all worthy. But do you deserve it? Right.
You didn't have to read her like that.
I had to let her know
Sometimes
that.
you have to let the kids know, though.
have to let the kids know.
My goodness. But yeah, it's just something about dreams. What would we be without dreams and dreaming big too?
I think the older I got, the bigger my dreams got. You know, usually when you're younger, you have these big dreams. But
Yeah.
Like now, I feel like my dreams have been reformed. You know, to something now. You know,
Yeah.
they have been reformed. And you just made me want to dream about somebody that just wants to love me absolutely unconditional. That just rubbed off of me.
I think it's worth dreaming it. You know, one of the things, and I'm just taking this off of strength of what you just said, like you get older and you reform your dreams. I think sometimes that's to our detriment.
It is.
Like that youthful, not completely understanding the world type of dreaming. Are the dreams that we are, you know, still trying to live up to. We're trying to see into reality now.
Right.
Like those are the dreams that bring us so much joy. So sometimes I wish I can just strip back all the like knowledge and years and just fall into a childlike sleep and have a childlike fantasy-filled dream.
Those are the ones. And you know, it's like dreaming after HIV survival.
Yeah.
Like, damn, we here. Now what I want to do.
Okay, what's the big dream next? A cure?
Right.
Should we dream for a cure? Because it looks like our dreams coming true.
They are.
Okay.
About there.
we gonna go and dream up a cure for y'all.
Yes, we are.
Okay, for us.
We got to dream.
We're gonna dream up a cure. You know, oh my God, I love talking about this. I love hearing your dreams too.
Thank you so much.
I love
Yours are
hearing
inspiring. I'm telling you, that rubbed off on me. It makes me I don't know, like, I like the way you said open up the sky and send me some. What is this one? Don't love me. I'm gonna do that.
Did I say? Because
Yes,
you do a
you
good
did.
job imitating people, so I feel like that's exactly how I say.
How I receive it. Sometimes I just give it out how I get it. You may have not looked like that because you gave me like that. I said, open up the sky. I'm about to. You open up the sky.
He opened up the sky for the girls,
Yes, he
honey. He
did.
got to pour them out the sky, baby.
Yes,
and I got mine.
He just poured out to you.
Poured me out a blessing, and I thank you for it, God. Look here. All right, people. We have shared with you some of our biggest.
You know, can I have a hug?
In a while.
Sharing your dream with me.
Oh, you know, that was so wonderful. Thank you for sharing that with me. It's cute.
You like that?
I do like
You know
that.
what? My mother always said, "No, here he go. Now he knows he too big to be wearing animals on his shirt." Girl, you started that when I was little. Behind me, animals put on my shirt, and I started to like you.
Our folk who love us dearly would just say the rudest things
Yeah,
one
here he
thing.
With animals on his shirt. Ain't he over? I'm like, girl.
Okay,
Yes.
people. Thanks for
was
tuning in.
Thank y'all
Here-
so
Here he
much.
go with animals on his shirt.
Animals on my shirt.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Remember, you can catch
Thank y'all so
episode of
much.
the A Podcast every Thursday.
Thursday.
So,
Where are they at on Thursday? On
girl, everything streaming podcast.
Yes.
Don't play with us. If you look
Wow.
for it, you will find us.
Yes.
As the A. Oh.
Hey,